Welcome back to Yahtzee Tries. You know how this works by now. I stream games I haven't played before, write up some slightly dismissive thoughts, and piss off the game's fan base. Starting this week with Vladik Brutal. These all look the same to me.
Guns famously loud. I don't know if you know that.
No, I just got a dodgy wrist. And I prefer not to make extravagant movements.
You don't want to be like a conductor moving your mouse around. I mean, if you don't like big wrist movements, have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Controller?
I looked at the screenshots, I looked at the trailer, I thought, yeah, seems like a perfectly serviceable first-person shooter to fill a bit of time. Hard to fuck those up, really. And who isn't charmed by a bit of Slav jank once in a while? You know, janky games from Slavic regions of the world.
Oh, okay. I also don't know what that means.
You know, I was thrown for a second because this door I can open doesn't have a contextual use prompt on it. That shows what gaming has done to me. Crouching tutorial, crouch tutorial. I think I'm in the boys' toilets in a small primary school. I was hoping it would at least provide some nice simple room-by-room shooting akin to Half-Life. Little did I know just how akin to Half-Life it would turn out to be. It opens with an intro that's basically the intro to Half-Life 2, then transitions via a completely unnecessary car ride sequence to the intro for Half-Life 1, at the end of which we're locked in a fucking test chamber to activate a Schmezen and Schmascade or whatever, and are given a crowbar with which to proceed. This is so opening of Half-Life 2 so far. Maybe this is just what everyday life in Slavic cities is like. Getting hustled down between chain link fences by weird dudes in gas masks. Yes, I certainly do have a flashlight now.
Hey, it's gonna get dark.
And now this is the lift from Portal 2. It's so many games. Now it's the start of Starfield.
Oh no, if you're gonna take from a game, take from a good one.
Oh dear. I mean, knocking off Half-Life in itself is a good idea. You couldn't ask for a better crash course in how to design a narrative shooter. But Vladik Brutal seems to have failed to take all the important lessons from Half-Life, that is to say, characterization, consistency, pacing, and level design. Man, this totally is Half-Life 1.
Where are the safety rails on those stairs?
Well, hold the phone. The dialogue is flat out referencing Half-Life now. Oh, I got cascaded. I got resonance all over my face.
Oh no.
Most of the overlong intro sequence is irrelevant to how things turn out, and don't just chuck 5 different weapons at the player in the first 10 minutes. String them out a bit. Introduce each new weapon in a scenario where it would be useful. Ramp up the challenge gradually to make the increased firepower necessary. And take the same approach with monsters. Don't just chuck them all in. Pace them out. Give them set pieces, moments to shine. Man, this is getting fucking blatant. Does the title of the game just translate to Half-Life or something? There! Fast zombies!
Cartwheel? Tentacle faces.
Ow! Man, my crowbar leaves weird marks and things.
Oh,
yeah, it leaves X's in the wall. Holy crap. Shit! Up my bum. Oh, steady on, fuck's sake. Also, it would help if you didn't do all of this in incredibly samey environments full of random clutter that do a really bad job of highlighting the way forward or making anything particularly readable. Ow, 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 ow. Attention, toxic. Are you calling me toxic, game? Oh, here we go. Ladders that go nowhere. We have the Half-Life revolver to go with the Half-Life pistol and the Half-Life shotgun and the Half-Life assault rifle. And boxes full of shit. Maybe my standards for Slav jank have become too unrealistic. I can't help it. Atomic Heart set the bar too high. Is Yahtzee goth? What's the spectrum at second wind?
Okay, so on a spectrum of Jack to Jess and I, you're like in the middle.
I mean, I'm wearing beige shorts as well as a black shirt. You just can't see those.
You just moved down. Sorry.
Yeah.
You've been overlapped by Casey now.
Ah!
Oh no.
Fuck was that? Okay. There are freaky creatures, but vigilance will keep me alive. Our second game is Feed the Deep, an ocean-themed Lovecraftian horror roguelike thingamajig that plays quite a bit like Dome Keeper. In fact, let's not mince words, it plays identically to Dome Keeper. All this treasure back to base. I can't let go of any of it. I have expensive tastes. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. Okay, I'll drop a third thing. You venture down into the underworld to gather resources and bring them back to your home base in order to upgrade yourself and expand your ability to traverse the underworld for your next venture, just with underwater cave diving rather than mining, and with the time limit imposed by incoming enemy assaults replaced with the much more direct time limit imposed by your flimsy, pathetic human lungs. The more you explore, there's more.
Yeah, there's more the more you explore.
Well,
what a concept.
What? What? Can I get back in time?
I go back up.
Okay, I think I might be a bit fucked. Blech. On the surface, Feed the Deep doesn't look much like a horror game. The visuals are too cartoony and the music too upbeat. It feels more like one of those browser games you used to get where you gradually upgrade a rocket ship till it can send a hamster to the moon or something. I can do it. Now the big boys will finally take me seriously. With one last heroic effort, he finally reached the surface. Well, this is as deep as I can... go away! But then you start venturing deeper and deeper into the water and the music fades to silence, the visuals no longer have much impact when you can only see a small circle around you, and the uncertainty of what you're heading towards builds a certain atmosphere of spicy intrigue I found rather compelling. Aha! Exercising my Second Amendment rights. Yeah, it's got that underwater ambient noise that just sounds like wobbly bubbly wobbly bubbly. Don't touch me, Mr. Tentacle Man. And don't touch my stuff either. I like that completing the first run and successfully feeding the deep doesn't feel like the be-all and end-all the way escaping the planet in Domekeeper does, especially with the additional game modes that unlock after that, and all questions surrounding what the deep actually is, teased but unanswered.
Watch out, don't disturb it. Oh, you disturbed it.
Tentacle Man. Oh, I got tentacled. Yeah. Whoa. What's going... What the dealio? Blah. Deep. Where's my little deepykins? I got a little snacky wacko. No, don't eat me. Don't eat me, you bloody deep.
Oh.
Well, I fed the deep.
Hey, well, there you go.
I think I'd like to play more of it. It never stops looking like it'd be more at home as a mobile game, but it hits a lot of the right notes to appeal specifically to me. Methodical gameplay, exploration and discovery, Lovecraftian themes, oceanic themes, and a little man with little kicky legs that reminds me of a bath toy I had as a child. Jack, are you the least goth member of Second Wind?
Other people were saying Marty, and I don't know.
Jack's a fucking clown. That is the exact opposite of goth.
But why do we need him?
This job gets very stressful, Mr. Krabs.
Oh my god, am I Marty? Yes, I'm look bigoted.
Damn it, I keep forgetting to do that. Prepare to be underwhelmed. My buttons aren't responding.
Oh my lord.
Well, this is a great start to this fucking game. Our next game was Star Trucker. It's Truck Simulator but in space. And those of you familiar with my indie game dev career should understand why I felt the need to see if it was any good.
Holy shit, there do be trucks and stars.
Here we go. We're trucking. We're trucking through space. Or stars, rather. Well, this is gonna take a while. Yeah, I think this game very much aspires for second screen sort of status. Star Trucker gets the immersion down really well. It's got that hard space shipbreaker blue-collar sci-fi atmosphere, and visually it's incredibly well realised. I like the freedom it gives us to explore the truck inside and out, and the many little buttons and switches we're free to fuck around with excites my masculine big machinery operating instincts. Yay!
Fuck yeah. That's a lot of money.
Man, it would cost like 10 times that just to launch this truck into space. Star trucking across the universe. In the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trucking across the universe. Now it says grab
radio.
Now, that was a good lesson. Eyes on the road, kids. I could certainly see myself getting into a groove with it once I've gotten to grips with the basics and queued up a few podcasts, but it was the getting to grips with the basics part that I was having trouble with in the hour-long stream. Felt like a few little teething mistakes I made snowballed into full-on cock-up cascades, until I couldn't fix any more hull breaches because my suit couldn't recharge fast enough, and then my brilliant career began with a 5,000 credit debt to pay off, after I had to be rescued from choking to death. Man, they actually licensed music for this. Oh, it's title screen music again. I guess they just licensed 2 songs. Docking, not that kind of docking, you dirty-minded man.
You got a rear camera in your car?
I know. I'm so fucking bourgeois. Well, it's not like an infinite expanse of nothingness is gonna be easy to avoid things in. Why am I slowing down? I'm in space, there's no friction. A slightly gentler onboarding might have helped. And when it comes to star trucking, the emphasis is certainly on the trucking, in that you are literally in a truck in space that moves like a slug tied to the handlebar of a shopping cart and has to be carefully backed into everything it needs to interact with. Alright, I guess we'll just live with a couple of hull breaches for a while.
Hey.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh,
ow!
fuck.
Oh, wait, am I upside down? Oh, how embarrassing. Da 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 da. Meh, 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 meh. The freedom of movement in space rubs up against the way you're expected to navigate via horizontal space highways that have a right way up and a wrong way up going by the signs, and the absence of go straight up or go straight down thruster controls felt like a weird oversight, although I could just be too used to Hardspace Shipbreaker. What's this? Oh, I found a battery. Oh, I'm dead. Hang on. Where's my fucking cargo?
Darwin Dummy gives $2. Tip, stop crashing.
Shut up. Sorry. Just checking. Just checking space was still there. Bam. That's how all the pros do it. In brief, I'm going to need more time with it to make a full assessment, but it seems like if you're more into the space part of space trucking, then I'd stick with Elite Dangerous, frankly. Well, this stream's been kind of a bust, but
100%.
Our final game was Squirrel with a Gun, a third-person action game whose entire premise and appeal is summarized by the title. You're a squirrel and you can pick up guns. Then you use them to complete various action and platforming challenges in pursuit of gold acorns that have a sort of Mario Star-esque quality. Joseph Goebbels, the squirrel. Joseph Gerbils? That's even better.
Blue version, I'm not reading out that chat because it will summon Nick. Joseph Gobling D's nuts. Oh, like gobbling?
Squirrel with a Gun is certainly aiming for that random, hilarious meme potential area of indie gaming that has known such luminaries as Goat Simulator and Untitled Goose Game, except those two put some thought into themselves, and Squirrel with a Gun is apparently trying to coast by on premise alone.
What's in that case, mate? What's in there?
Cosmetics. Of course.
Oh, nuts, get it?
Felt like that flew over your heads. Did you get that?
The floor is lava.
Haha.
Because, you know that age-old saying.
Ow.
But then how do I know if they got it? They'll laugh.
Eh. 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 And The ultra-realistic human characters against the flat, undetailed environments give it a real smashed-together from store-bought Unity assets vibe, and the gameplay bleeds jank from every seam, from the tiresomely repetitive overlong takedown animations that don't quite work with the character models, to the fiddly and awkward platforming created from the playable character being too small and too fast, and I don't know what the fuck was going on with the driving physics at the end of the stream there. Hey, here's a tip. If the running animation isn't quite fast enough for the character's movement speed, you can always just artificially speed it up.
I'm yet to laugh at one of the jokes.
Yeah, it's Untitled Goose Game, but pushed through the filter of Postal, and with about as much, quality of design. Boy, that was dramatic. Just disappeared. Yeah. I'm picturing a small room full of college students in their early 20s, and they've all had a bit to drink. And maybe someone's got the bong out, and someone says, "Hey, for our game design PhD, let's make a game about, are you ready? It's like a squirrel, but with a gun." The guy goes, "Holy shit, you are blowing my mind right now, man." And that's precisely as much thought went into the concept. But I think it's fair to say that I expect Squirrel with a Gun to see a lot of refunds on Steam once everyone drawn in by the title plays the first hour or two. Boy, that's nice grass texture you got there. Don't get up our arse on this. You were all really bloody excited for Squirrel with a Gun. I saw you all in the chat when I was playing Star Trucker saying, "When's the Squirrel game?" I came here to see the Squirrel game. Well, here it is. I hope it's everything you hoped for. Oh, look, I just clipped inside an asset.
Fuck.
Squirrel with a Gun, everyone. Bit of a down note to end on, possibly, so let's try to see the bright side. Squirrel with a Gun is almost certainly the best game named after a quote from an old Eddie Izzard routine. At least until someone makes a game called "I'm Covered in Bees."
And their footsteps were like this. Ah! Ah! I'm covered in bees!
Man, I'm really dark side filling today.
Straight up. I was going to make when we were at the Escapist, I was going to make a video about it, because I genuinely think Goat Sim 3 has a better open world than Elden Ring.
I better eat this microphone. You think for cocaine, you'd want to, keep it together. You don't want to waste it. You don't want to smear it all over your car windows.
I have to ask you the question, justify your existence. What contribution have you made?
I have brought pleasure to the world because I have such a beautiful ass. I shook the glove of a theme park worker who was wearing a Mickey Mouse costume.
All of the lads used to like smack each other in the dick all the time, like permanently, and you couldn't walk down the corridor without someone you knew smacking you in the balls.
I'm a big wrong twat. Oh.